Hey you guys, welcome back to Shasha's World. In today's video, you guys, we will be doing like it's a touchy subject story time to me, as y'all can see by the title. I haven't really talked about this as me being older. I used to, nag my mom about it. But as me being older, I feel like I should talk about it. I don't know if I'm gonna be like, I don't know if I'm gonna be emotional. I don't know if I'm gonna be okay. I hate talking about my dad. A lot of people, like this year, I haven't talked to my dad. Well, I talked to him the other day when I went and visited my uncle, because he did call my uncle's phone, and I feel like that's the only reason why I talked to him. But it's a touchy subject because my dad been in and out of my life a lot. I'm 27 years old. I didn't want to talk about it, but I feel like we should talk about it. So I'm 27 years old. I always knew my dad, and I've always like asked my mom questions about the stuff that I didn't know about my dad. But I really don't think I know my dad like I want to know my dad. But I be trying to talk to him, but it's not answering the questions that I need to be answered. So growing up, I've always stayed with my mom. My dad used to pop in and out here and there. And he had this sister who used to go to her house, and she would probably call my dad and make him come. I love my Rose. She did pass away. I'm gonna put her picture right here. That's the only picture that I have of her. I said I was gonna cry, but she was actually the only person on my mom's side. On my dad. I said I was not gonna be emotional, y'all. She was actually the only person on my dad's side that actually showed me and my sister some attention. She made sure she came and seen us. She helped us with our homework. That was my favorite aunt back then, and on my dad's side. And it's crazy because when she died, we would always say, because as you get older, you can't see people like you can as if you're younger, because your mom gonna make sure like you go to your aunt's house, you go to your aunt, you go speak to your aunt. And at the time, we stayed across the street from the park where she stayed, because we stayed in the project and my aunt stayed across the street from the project. It was walking distance. So sometimes we'll go over there, we'll ask my mom like, can we go to Aunt Rose's house? She'll let us go. And it's crazy because she was like an actual Rose, y'all. She was sweet, she was loving, she'll cook for us, she helped us do our homework, stuff that my dad should have been doing. But as an aunt, you're gonna help your nieces and your nephews or whatever. So we'll get off the bus, and sometimes my mom, like when my mom is stressed out, because my mom did have I think it was 5 of us back then. When we was staying in the project, I think it was 5 of us. So yeah, Jermaine and Javaris was not there at the time. Probably even not Gerard around this time. But yeah, my mom used to make us go over there and do our homework and stuff. She didn't make us, but we wanted to go to my aunt's house because we loved her house. Her house wasn't the best, but people struggle, and we understood that. So yeah, that was my favorite aunt, y'all. She did pass away. I forgot the year she passed away. It been years and years, but that's the only like memory I have for her. Is stuck with me, because that was the only person on my dad's side that actually showed us. Well, she's one of the 2 people on my dad's side that actually showed us like she cared for us. I said I was not gonna cry in this video, but talking about my Aunt Rose is it's a touchy subject. And I call her my Rose because she was so sweet, y'all. But yeah, we gonna keep on with the video. So growing up, my dad was in and out. My dad was in and out. My mom always took care of us. My dad will swing back, swing out. He'll come to the house. We'll probably be playing outside, and then he'll just show up out of nowhere and be like, "Oh, Rakendra, my dad." And we used to say my daddy. We still say my daddy, but I got him saved on my phone as my daddy. But yeah, because my dad, he'll swing out, swing in, and that's the only thing I didn't think about, because as you been like young, you don't really know what's going on. You just know, like, I see my mom more than my dad, so I felt like my mom was my dad growing up. And you know, the only thing that I can say is my dad, he knows his kids. He loves the twins. He loves some Shasha and Rara. Okay, he loves him some Shasha and Rara. But it's like the older I get emotional about my dad, because I just want to understand, like, why weren't you ever there like my mom was? I felt like my mom was my mom and my dad. And this video is not to bash my dad, but he know, like, growing up, like, a girl expect to have their dad around. Like, I expected my dad to, like, take me, like, sometimes to go get my nails done and just talk to me about boys, and, you know, give me like that first driving a car experience, and be there so I can see that you're there for my graduation. My dad was not there for my graduation. That's one thing that really hurt me about my dad. That's the only thing that opened my eyes about my dad. But you could not tell me that my dad was not doing or going anywhere for us, because I felt like it was a big accomplishment. My dad was going to be there, but it was never the case. My dad was never there for our big accomplishments, like nothing. School, he would not show up for anything. We graduated, nothing. None of my graduations, my high school graduation, nothing. My dad was not there. Prom, my dad was not there. You know, you would want to see your daughter in a pretty gown, dressed up, you know, for the first time you're actually dressed up, and, you know, take pictures. There are pictures that'll last forever. But my mom, like I said, she got pictures. My mom made sure our hair was done, our feet was done, our nails was done. My mom did everything all through high school. My mom paid for me to graduate. When we went to college, my mom made sure we was in college. She made sure when we left to go off for college, she made sure we was good. We didn't have to ask for nothing when we was in college. It was our decision to get out of college. It was not my mom's, like, tuition problems or anything. Like, we left college because we did not like it. Me and my sister did not like college. I feel like college is not for me. As I got older, I feel like I want to go back, but back then it wasn't a thing. And then people would make promises and don't help my mom out like they said they was gonna help her out with us going to college. So it was, I don't know, it was crazy. But I still ask myself, like, why wasn't my dad there? To this day, I still be like, why not my dad? Like, why everybody else have to step up and my dad doesn't? So for a very long time, I used to, like, sit in my room and I used to cry as a little girl because I just didn't understand why. But now I understand why. It's just because my dad did not want to step up and do, like, responsibility as a dad should. And yeah, like, each day I think about that and I'm like, why? But my mom, thank God my mom was always there. My mom was a backbone, a shoulder, but my mom was there. You would think my dad would want to be there for my kids being born. My dad was not there. My kids still today, Sky is 4. Sky just turned 4. Sky has never seen her granddad. She has never met him. I've done tried plenty of times to get my baby to meet her granddad. It never works. So I just gave up. I said, I see him when I see him. If it's too late, I know that I tried. Okay. Yeah, Sky is 4 and I haven't seen my dad. I tried to get a hold of him. I just can't. Every time I try, he's either not home or he say he's somewhere out of town or here. You know, everybody else can reach out to him except his kids, except me. I guess me and Rara, we're the only kids that can't reach out to him, I'm guessing. I don't know. I have a lot of sisters and brothers. My dad got a lot of kids, y'all. It's a lot of us. So yeah, I just want to know why. I still haven't got my question answered. I'm ready to see my dad so I can ask him. Maybe I will record that because I feel like I would want to know and keep that in my memory. So maybe I will record that when I do see my dad because I haven't seen him in years. It's been years. It's been like 6-7 years since I seen my dad in person, y'all. I've texted him. Well, he just started texting me last year and this year. But when I be texting him, it's really not like questions. It's like, how you doing, what you doing, and you know, tell the grandkids, hey, that's it. But you know, it's been a touchy subject to me because my dad has always been in and out, in and out. I wanted to know why, so maybe I would ask him and I would put it on video just in case, you know, I want to have that memory because I do want to know, and I do want my kids to know that I tried. Like, I tried reaching out to my dad. You know, my kids have their dad, and you know, I feel like Trey will always be there for his kids. Like, even if me and him break up, I feel like he will always be there for his kids. And I feel like with my situation, my mom didn't want my dad, so I feel like that's why he abandoned us, because my mom didn't want him anymore. But the stuff he did, like, I wouldn't want him either. So, you know, as we grew up, my mom never told us about like the stuff until we grew up. She never bashed my dad on anything. She let us grow up and see our dad for who he was. Like, and the only thing that I feel like that really tore my mom up about my dad is, I said I wasn't right, but this was the touchiest thing for me is when my dad didn't show up to my graduation. I was so hurt, y'all, because I was like, my dad never been to none else. So. And I felt like my graduation was the best takeoff, like, in life. So I was like, my dad gonna come to our graduation. We was telling people like my dad coming to my graduation. And my dad didn't show up to my graduation, y'all, my high school graduation. That's what opened my eyes about my dad. And I don't hold that against him, but every day I want to know why, because that was the only thing that broke my heart, my dad not showing up to my graduation. But as I got older, you know, I realized, like, you know, people are not going to be there for you. Sorry, like, my camera went dead, so I'm on my phone. But I was saying, like, you shouldn't expect people to do the same thing that you would do. You know, so that's the only thing that really opened my eyes. So here today, I'm not mad at my dad. Like, I think he watched my videos. I don't even know. At this point, I don't know. But, you know, I'm not mad at my dad, but I think about this, like, all the time when I see my kids' dad and see how happy, you know, some accomplishments that he see that my dad never saw for me. You know, but that's the only thing that keep me saying, like, seeing that my kids are happy with their dad. That's the only thing that brought closure to me, and that's the only thing that made me want to, you know, really talk to my dad now because of my kids. And I want my kids to, you know the bond and have a bond with their granddad. You know, I can't get the concept of him actually seeing them because he never shows up to them when I want to see him. He's never there. You know, and now my eyes is open. Like, people gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day. You can't control how people do you. I'm okay with the standoff, and I'm okay because I know it's not my fault. And you know, my kids already, like, I'm pretty sure they gonna know. Like, you know, my mom tried because I always try. But here lately, 2022, I'm not trying nothing that people don't want me to try. I'm not doing too much of nothing. Okay. And the people that had their dad growing up, you wouldn't really know, like, the feeling, or if you had your mom, you know, it's, I don't know, like, a dad and a mom is two different things to me. And I feel like my mom was my dad. I appreciate my mom for everything she did, because if it wasn't for my mom, I don't even know where I would be, y'all. Like, that's what made me a mom today. Like, seeing what my mom did for us, it makes me a powerful, a loving, a strong, superwoman. It makes me that, because my mom was that and more. So everything that I can, she could tell y'all is nothing for a video. I am a sweet, kind-hearted person because of my mom, and I love everything from my mom. My mom is a strong woman, and honestly, like, I feel like I can raise my kids by myself, but I'm happy that their dad stepped in because my dad did not never step in. Like, my dad was not the person to step in, but you know, he was a person to step in and out. But I just thank God that he didn't do that to my kids. Even if he do, like, I feel like my kids will know, like, who's there, who's there. But I just feel like every child should feel that bond from their dad. And I never get that. Like, I didn't know, like, what my dad, like, does as a hobby. I don't know really what he likes. The only memory I have is the memories that my mom told me. Like, she told me, like, oh, back in the day, he liked the Tupac and all this other stuff. But it's stuff that my mom told me. It's not stuff that I remember, or it's not things that, you know, I can tell you from the bottom. Like, from the back in the day, I can't tell you what my dad liked or what he did because I don't know my dad personally. I know who he is, but I don't know him personally. I really don't know the person that he really is. My dad been to jail a lot of times. Like, y'all, that's my story time. That's my story time. Growing up without my dad. If you're a person that grew up without your dad, all I can say is stay positive. When you get older, you will know the reason why you did. I'm not blaming myself because I used to blame myself. I used to sit in the room, I used to cry. But for what? It wasn't something that I did. So, you know, it opened my eyes. I'm good now. It's just like when I talk about it, I cry because I haven't had closure with my dad. And I feel like once I have that closure and that talk, I will feel better about the situation. But yeah, that is my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. I'm sorry that my camera went dead on y'all. I'm so mad